rooftop, slide down the rooftop. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop. Slide down the rooftop, slide down the rooftop. Come back tomorrow. You know I might admit I wanted you to stay.
And we are live for more tarot readings. I am Tarot Oracle, and this is free live tarot readings for a Friday night. Is everybody ready for Friday? Because I need a whole lot of weekend. Jocelyn, welcome. How are you doing? Bartman, welcome. Yes, Bartman, we all know. Please stop spamming that. Nexus, welcome. Diane, how are you doing? Dragon, welcome back. Greg, what is up? Shahinas, hello. How are you? Queen Famous, it is good to see you as well as Crystal and everybody else. So, IT guy is early tonight. IT guy must have got off work early. Got off no network issues, no server issues. We get off work early sometimes in the IT realm, so that is some great news. Good news indeed. Sandy, welcome. How are you doing as well? Leah, hello. Would love to know what's coming up for me. Boo Boo, welcome. How are you? Focusing on anything I should be aware of. Let's see. Love reading. Nexus wants to know what's coming out for love. Nexus, let's see about that. What is coming up for me in love? All right, we do have more sound effects. So I did get somebody to make some voices, make some nice voices. So we have some new sound effects today. Oh, Joy, what is going on? Joy wants to know, does this person like me or not? Joy, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. By the way, if you are new here and you don't know the rules are there is no list. We just take donations first, obviously, because that's the way we roll. And after donations, we get some random stuff. We get some random stuff. All right. So we do want to know if they like me or not. Do I have a sound effect for that? I think so. I think so. Do they like me or not?
What are their feelings towards me? They're kind of cute.
There we go. All right. Do they like me? Let's see about that. What would be a good deck for do they like me? Well, first off, we need to move this back. Need to move that back a little bit. There we go. See the Tarot Mega Tower. And for this one, I think a good deck would be the Encore Tarot. See what is happening. Soul, welcome. How are you doing? Wolf, what is going on? Keja, hello. How are you doing? Shine Your Light, welcome back. Robin, welcome back. Loving B, welcome back as well. We got everybody there. Queen of Abundance, what is going on? Yeah, for any For any cheating, if we have any cheating readings tonight, we have a new sound effect for the cheating readings also. Let's see if I can find it.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
There we go. So we got a sound effect for a little bit of everything. Sort of like this generic, little bit of a generic here and there. So there we go. All right. Emo, what is going on? How are you doing tonight? Good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Philippe, welcome as well. Everybody is here. All right. So let's see about this. What will happen between do they like me or not? Is this going to be something that happens, something that's pretty good? We got an interesting combination here. Definitely an interesting combination. We have the Lovers reversed, which sort of points to a bit of the negative, right? It says a bit of the negative. This could be something that's not meant to be. Lovers could be something that is not going to happen. But then we have the Two of Cups. So we're sort of getting down into my book where I talk about what is the difference between the Two of Cups and the Lovers, right? They're both cards that would indicate a relationship. They're both cards that would indicate some good stuff coming, but one is not happening and one is. And when you look at these, and what I talk about in the book is the Two of Cups is sort of a quick relationship or a meeting or where you're coming together, but not for like a long period of time. The Lovers reverse, though, says that we are there for a long period of time. This is something stable, something magical, wonderful, that is got some grounding to it. Shine your light. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So the Lovers is reversed, meaning it may not be something that is stable. It may not be something that is just huge, long-lasting, something that was sort of meant to be. It's more of a little short-term relationship, something where we meet, we have some fun, we have some opportunities. So if you're asking if they like you or not, you do have some opportunities for that. As far as long-term relationship, it just doesn't look good. Just doesn't look good. And it seems that when you go in there, the Page of Wands reverse points to this inactivity. In other words, we don't have a lot of motion. We don't have a lot of action that's making this work. And nobody's really taking that initiative. Nobody is really sort of jumping forward and making that happen. Jocelyn, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. The Queen of Coins, though, does say that it's a fun thing. We can get into, we can enjoy ourselves, we can have some fun. Basically, yeah, it just doesn't look good for anything long term. It looks good for something short term, maybe, just sort of hanging out, just being together and enjoying each other's company kind of thing. There you go. All right. Kind of a mixed message there with that Lovers being reversed. Just kind of throws everybody off a little bit. All right. Anyway, Joy, thank you for your question, and I appreciate that. Shine your light. KD, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Shine your light. SL, let's see. Oh, SYL wants to know a general for October, wants a little forecast reading. We want a forecast reading. I got a button for forecast reading.
I need a forecast reading because 2020 sucked.
And for this one, I would like to use one of my favorite decks of the year by far. No two ways about it. The Tarot of the Divine is just fantastic. Get you a forecast reading. See how that is going to work. Maj, hello. Thank you for your question. We're doing donations first, and then we're just going to wander around and do other questions at random. We currently have 4 donations in the queue. So here we go. All right. Oh, one of my favorite decks of the year by far. Probably going to be my number 1. Very welcome. What is going on? Probably going to be my number 1 deck of the year. I got to say, when we do the wrap up at the end of the year, I mean, Tarot of the Divine is just going to win. Is just going to win the awards. It's just going to take it all away. Take it all away and have some fun with it. You know what I mean? All right. So this for general, the Tower does say that we're sort of moving into a space in October. It's going to be a little better than this. Going to be a little bit better. I think that you have gone through you've gone through sort of the period of time to where you've had some challenges. We've had some things that didn't quite work out like we wanted it. The Tower says we've already been through that, 2020's kind of sucked feeling as well. So, the Tower says we've already pursued that. We've gotten through it. I think we're on the other side of it. We've on the other side of it at this time. And that's, sort of important because when you do get in there, you do need to sort of get a recovery process in. Mina, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So there we go. So the Five of Wands, though, says that although we're sort of settled in, the Tower, the card to the right of it sort of indicates what's next, right? So what is next? Shahiz, thank you for your donation. Sure, let me know what your question is. We'll throw you in the queue there. All right. So the Five of Wands says afterwards, I think there's some fallout almost between you and somebody else. We have a bit of conflict sort of brewing in the background after that sort of gets done. So in other words, we got through September. We got through some of the challenges. We've got through many of the challenges for the past 3 months. On the other end of that, it's not really challenges. It's just more of a fallout from what has happened before. So we really need to sort of get into the next stage and figure out where we're going from here. So the recovery process has been started. We need to get into stage 2 and sort of figure out how that is going to go. So let's see, love life. All right. Now the Four of Cups says into death. What is, so yeah, shine your light. Like, what in the world is going on over there? I mean, I have to ask, what is going on over there? We have the Tower, we have a death. Normally, we don't see this combination. The fact that everything is bookmarked by changes means that there's something major either going on now or something major coming in the future. Something's really, really shaking up and really happening. This is a very rare occurrence. When you do see it, it does sort of frame a reading of a lot of big changes in your life, and you need to sort of put the seatbelt on and brace yourself, basically, right? Put the seatbelt on and brace yourself. Something big is coming. Something big is coming. This is a weird framing of that. And the fact that we do have the Five of Wands in between there, the Four of Cups, almost like we're rejecting some of the things that are happening. It's like something involuntarily is happening to us. Now, if we had the Emperor in here, we could have a feeling that we are going through changes, but we're going to be able to handle them. We're going to be able to grab on and roll with it. But this whole feeling just feels like that it may be a little out of control. So I'm kind of curious. I mean, post in chat, shine your light. Like, what the world's going on over there that's actually this dramatic that this will cause this type of a read to come in? But basically, it just says to hang on, put the seat belt in. You don't really have a lot of control over the changes that are happening or the changes that are going to happen. Just sort of hope for the best and see what's going on. Shine Your Light says, I keep getting a lot of changes coming, kind of scaring me. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Shine Your Light. You don't have a lot of control. We don't have a lot of command over this. So, and the changes are not something that we would normally want. So, I mean, yeah, it looks like a roller coaster ride ahead. Just put on the seatbelt and hope for the best at this point. I mean, there's not really any advice or there's not really any sort of follow-up within that card reading. It's just more of hang on and hope for the best. So unfortunately, that's just sort of where we're at with that reading. But anyway, good luck. That looks kind of challenging. I mean, not going to lie, it looks kind of challenging there. All right, I don't have a sound effect for making my card readings better. So there you go. We'll go with Hot. Hot wants to know, how do I make my readings better? CM, thank you for your donation as well. All right, let's see, Hot. How are we going to do? Hot needs a whole lot of Waterfall Tarot. I'm telling you now. Hot needs mountains of Waterfall Tarot. Dragon, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Get you a general reading coming up here. Very cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Let's see here what is going on with Jocelyn. Needs to make some readings better. You know, your readings are already amazing, Jocelyn. You just need to make them, 5% better, I guess. 5% better if that's at all possible. They're so good already. How can we improve them, even if a bit? Look at that, Lovers and Two of Cups. It's going to be one of those nights. It is the Lovers and the Two of Cups combo. Apparently, we're going to get it in every reading, but there you go. I mean, it is about connection with your audience. And you sort of see this with, obviously, Master of the Obvious, both of these. It's about connection with the audience. What are you doing to let them know that you enjoy, the, sweetie, I did not. Sweetie, how did you donate? Let me know your method of donation. Some jingles and some don't. But basically, it's a matter of how do you connect with the audience. And that's sort of important, obviously. It says, do you remember their name? Do you remember their last question? Do you remember, the conversation with them before? If they are from Texas, do you know the other people in chat are from Texas? Just sort of getting that thing. If we're going live stream, I'm assuming you're asking about getting a thing where people feel like you know them, they feel like you know you personally, and they come, they know that you're going to be treated well and all this stuff already, but now they have that extra thing. So, I mean, there you go, right? Arcturiana, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It's jingles or tingles, one of the two. But yeah, it's just about the connections. The connections. What are you doing to increase the connection? What are you doing to increase the engagement for your customer base? So there you go. That is going to be there. King of Cups talks about intuition. It talks about intuition. Where are you sort of getting the intuition from? How are you getting the intuition started? When you do get cards, how are you expanding that intuition within the realm of that? So if we have a possible, like in the previous reading, right? You see the cards and you get that feeling that something's happening. You have Death and the Tower combo, sort of bookmarking the whole thing. You got to get that feeling like what is happening and do that and try to get the intuition keying off of some of the cards and picking it up and taking it to the next level. So there you go. Sweetie, let me know what your question is. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Eight of Cups says, Jocelyn, what can you abandon? What can you abandon at this point? What are you hanging on to that you don't need to hang on to? What factors are hanging in there and are not benefiting you? If you're looking across the realm of your readings and you're just seeing something that's not doing you any good, but you just keep doing it because that's all you know, or that's what somebody else did, what can you drop off? Right? That's basically what it's saying. The Eight of Cups, the abandonment, leaving, moving into the next stage. What can you abandon that is not doing you any good at all? Sweetie, let me know what your question is. We will get you in the queue. We got Tickles, Tingles, and Pringles in chat. There we go. All right. Let's see. Who is my future husband? Who is my future husband? Shahanis? Let me know how to pronounce that. I guarantee I'm butchering it. I do apologize. All right. Sweetie, will I enjoy sleeping with me knowing me? Okay. Sweetie wants to know about sleeping and something else. Sleeping, will he enjoy sleeping with me knowing me? Okay. All right. Sounds like it fun, If at a minimum, it sounds fun. All right. Who will my future husband be? Do we have a recording for that? Who will my future husband be? All right.
New lover coming my way. Binge watching romances is getting old.
Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. Everyone's favorite. Well, actually, one of my new favorites for the year. I gotta say, one of my new favorites for the year. This is the Gregory Scott Tarot. Very pleased with that. We're still stuck on the jingles and the tingles and whatever, the wiggles. There you go. We got a lot of this. We got a lot of this. Birthday. Doing well's missing sleep in your head. There you go. All right. Yeah, Jocelyn, I think you're doing great already. Doing great already. You just need that little minor tweak. Need that little minor tweak. Something in there. makes it just happen and makes everybody tingle, jingle, or whatever we're talking about in chat. All right. The future husband, how's that going to look? Eight of Pentacles says they are a worker. They do enjoy the work. Fairy Wren whispers. No, we're going raw table tonight. We are pure raw table tonight. So, Eight of Pentacles says they get the work done. We get the work done. We do the work. We do the work. Eight of Pentacles says we get a lot of that done. And that's pretty good. That's going to be a good thing because the Seven of Pentacles says they've been doing that. They have this nice savings. They have everything sort of set up. They have everything where they need it to be. They're not like lost a puppy who haven't saved anything in their life and now they're getting into problems. Now they're getting old. You don't really see that. Seven of Pentacles, they've been saving up. They've been prudent with their money. They know what they're doing. They're good investing. Three of Cups, they have this beautiful network of friends. They all support this person. They love them. They want to see them succeed. They have a nice support network. I think a lot of this is religious as well. The very religious, they have a good religious support network. They put in the work. They got a lot. So they're very rounded individual, a very good life as well. Three of Swords, though, says that they had paid the price with love. And they've just paid the price. A lot of times, the love just didn't work out. They've had some upset. They've had many relationships that just sort of cratered. Is it because of the religious and the work thing? Maybe they haven't had a lot of time to pay attention to somebody, to give somebody the attention that they need in a relationship. It could be. It could be that relationship is not exactly a priority. But basically, yeah, they haven't had a lot of luck in relationships. But obviously, you do have luck in the relationship because you ended up getting married to the person. I think they're a nice, well-rounded person. I think you will enjoy that relationship as well. So good luck with that. Sounds like a ton of fun. All right, Sweetie has a question. All right, Sweetie, we have you in the queue with the sleeping with question. In the meantime, though, we got KD. KD wants to know, get an apartment soon. KD is apartment shopping. You know, back when I did apartments, I loved apartment shopping because you just never know what you're going to get. And there was so much variety and you got to read all the reviews and half the reviews are hilarious. Apartmentratings.com site is hilarious too. Let's go with the Spacious Tarot tonight. Get over to the Tarot Tower. We got a weird angle on the Tarot Tower tonight. Let's fix this. Let's move this over here. Get a nice frontal naked view of the Tarot Tower. We're going to go today, though, with the Spacious Tarot. Not one of my favorites for the year, but I do think it does hold its own. It holds its own. It's able to lift the globe and bench press it on its own. Indeed. All right. Fairy is just having an emotional breakdown from the tarot claws being missing. Fairy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Fairy. I'm sorry. Fairy, I didn't mean to just cause you all this emotional distress. All right. See about this. We're getting an apartment, all of that stuff. Oh, look at that, the Elder of Swords. I mean, we do have the communication there. Got the Nine of Cups, got the Ace of Swords. We got a lot of chatter with apartments, definitely. We do have some chatter going. And when I say chatter, obviously you have the preparatory apartment stuff to where you're doing the research, you're getting the knowledge, and Swords is sort of bookmarking the reading again. Swords is all about not only communication, but it's air. It's also about research and learning and knowledge too. You know what I mean? Research, learning, knowledge. And the Ace says that you're sort of just finding out some of these good places to go, some good opportunities. And I think those are going to be cropping up really, really soon to get you the apartment that you want. Now, the Nine of Cups says the beautiful apartment that you need, the one that you really want, is going to be arriving very soon. I think that you're sort of sniffing around that area. I think if you expand your area a little bit, remove some of the restrictions that you currently have, I think it's really going to be possible to get something great. Nine of Cups, according to the Crowley book. It's not the Crowley book, but according to the Lon Milo Dequette book on the Crowley deck, talk about the Nine of Cups being the best card in the deck. Basically means a very good, happy ending, an emotional ending, something that you're extremely happy and content with. Now, the Child of Pentacles does say that the money is weird. There's some weird interaction with money, back and forth with the money, trying to figure all of this out. They could have you ever had these weird apartments that just want like a certified check or something instead of you just electronically doing it, or it's like the apartment was based in the 1950s or something? It just doesn't seem right. It just seems weird, right? It's something weird going on with the money. But basically the chatter has begun. I think you're in the right neighborhood. Just expand a little bit. I think you're going to be all right. Elder of Swords says we have that great communication. We have the finalization, and we're signing the papers moderately soon. If you're looking for when, I think that the apartment business just tanks around the Christmas time. Any moving to a house, apartment is the biggest during warm months. So you're looking at June, July, August. I think as we're moving into October, November, December, I think December is going to be when you have these great sales. I think that you really get an opportunity with one of those in December for that. So there you go. There you go. I feel that December feeling, the December feeling going on there. All right, Mina, love reading. Let's see. Do I have a thing? Love reading. General reading, forecast reading, call me, feelings. There we go.
New lover coming my way. Binge watching romances is getting old.
All right. Oh. Love reading. Did I spark somebody's interest? Do we have somebody who needs some love? Needs some love from Mina. Anybody in chat needs some love from Mina? I mean, just let me know. We'll let her know. You know what I mean? Let her know. All right. See, what we're going to have for a good love. We need a good deck for a love reading. I'm thinking the Grimalkin would be good. Look, I know you don't want the Thoth. Nobody likes the Thoth. I mean, let's go ahead and admit it. Nobody likes it. But the Grimalkin, though, everyone likes the cats. Everybody likes the cats. All right. It's actually from February to about August, typically. I guess from February to about August. That is a big range. I know during the holidays, hardly anybody moves. And that's why the holidays is great to spend money. Fantastic to spend money. By the way, the Q, in case you're wondering, is we're on Mina. We have CM, the Dragon, and Archuana. And between there, we have Sweetie. There you go. There is the Q. All right. Thoth is number one indeed. Thoth is the best one. Sounds like Batman. Yeah, it is a the voiceover guy sounded like Batman. So okay, so I paid a guy and a girl. I got on Fiverr, and I paid people to make some voice stuff. And for only $5, they made me 20 sayings. They made me 20 sayings for $5. So I paid a total of $10, and I got like 35 sayings. And that's where you're getting that. That's where you're getting the voices. So there you go. All right. The Grimalkin says for some love. Six of Pentacles, unity. How nice. Four of Wands and Eight of Cups. I mean, it seems like that love is a bit delayed. Love is a bit delayed sort of coming in. I do think that you have a nice opportunity for a relationship with an air sign. It is, when I say a nice opportunity, it's a unique opportunity. It's something that you don't normally just run into. But basically, the Four of Wands says it's like a rushed opportunity. So what I mean by that, some relationships or some sort of loves escalate very, very quickly. They go from, 0 to 60 mile an hour in like 30 seconds. This is going to be one of those. We have unity into the Four of Wands. Now, you remember the Four of Wands is obviously the home card where we feel right at home with somebody. It's almost like we're talking about moving in with them. I mean, it just escalates super, super fast. The unity especially just sort of gets it done. Does this sort of last? No, because we have the Eight of Cups. We have to abandon something in order to do that. I think here's the reality. I think that it escalates quickly, but you want to slam on the brakes because you're sort of freaked out. Freaked out by, I mean, you know, you got kids, you got an established place that you're living. All of the logistics don't really work out. I mean, I think you want a fun relationship, something casual, something entertaining, something that you can sort of, you know, come home to type thing. But as far as escalating to that point, I think you really get the brakes. You want the brakes to be hit very quickly. But basically, you do have that opportunity with an air sign if you so choose to do that. Six of Pentacles says that you do see it as just this weird moment, this weird opportunity. And again, there's a lot of, I mean, there's not literally a lot of red flags, but there's just a lot of your internal red flags of, whoa, wait a minute. Am I ready for all this garbage? You know, this quickly? Anyway, there you go. So, you know, obviously you can slow it down. You can reject it. You can do whatever you want with it. But just telling you, as far as the tarot goes, that's what it says. That's what it says. All right. Dragon wants a general reading.
Can you give me a general reading? What's my future?
What are we gonna do for a general reading? We haven't used the mandatory, everybody loves it, Mons Tarot yet. We got to use that. We absolutely have to do that. Yeah, red flag. Sometimes people will have a red flag sort of taped onto their forehead, you know, when you're dating them. Like they'll say something really awkward. You'll be like, whoa, that is really weird for somebody to say on a first date. So that's a red flag. But sometimes you just have internal red flags where you're like, I mean, they said things that are correct. They really have this nice thing going, but this is moving too quickly for me. You know, not really sure how to process this. I wasn't quite mentally prepared for it. You know, one of those. Sort of the internal red flag. I do not have a red flag sound effect, nor do I have a... you know, I'm kind of limited on the number of sound effects. I guess let's see. Do I have a red flag sound effect? Maybe like this? Boo! There you go. There's my red flag sound effect. That's all you're going to get tonight. That's the best I can do. All right. Let's see about the next reading, which is Dragon's General. I need to do the old typing before I just lay out all the cards. There you go. All right. Dragon General, how is it going to go? Oh, the Hermit. The Hermit does say it's time to reset a little bit. There's DYB. I do see your question. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You had your question up a little bit up here. There we go. All right. Appreciate it, DYB. We got your question in the queue. Don't worry. We got Sweetie in the queue as well. Okay. So as far as the general goes, Hermit, it's time to reset. It's time to get back into reset mode. I think we sort of wandered off course a little bit. We took maybe a detour. We said, hey, let's take this little detour over here and try to see where it goes. It's time to reset from that. Time to sort of moving back into the normalcy, moving back into something that's going to be, you know, sort of a regularly scheduled programming type feel when it comes to that, right? Because the Seven of Wands says during the detour, I think we got into situations we didn't quite expect, situations we weren't quite prepared for just yet, or we did realize maybe the detour wasn't the direction we should have been going in the first place. The Seven of Wands, that hesitant look as we sort of try to get back to normalcy, just sort of gets that feel of that. Now, the King of Swords says a lot of this is trying to force the round peg into the square hole a lot of times. So the King of Swords, we're trying to get, Felicia, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're trying to get things moving into the direction we need. We're trying to get things going where we need it to go. But a lot of times, again, it is the round peg into the square hole. It just doesn't fit, just doesn't seem right. And it's difficult to do that. Ultimately, it could be a situation where we could focus on that enough. We could put enough effort, and CM, you are next. We could put enough effort and focus if we absolutely needed to, but at the end of the day, how much do we really want to dedicate to that? The Knight of Wands says overall, just approach everything with caution. Make sure that you're not getting into situations that are going to be a little more advanced, or get into situations that are going to be a little more situations that need preparation, but you didn't do any. So, you know, those situations where you need something, you know, you need to get this done, you didn't quite prepare enough, and then you're backed into a corner with that. So avoid that. And so there is your General. Dragon, I appreciate you as always. Thank you again. I appreciate, thank you again for all your comments that you make on the channel as well. I read every comment I make on the channel. By the way, this weekend, I'm doing one-on-one tarot lessons. If you're interested in one-on-one tarot lessons, I'm going to videotape it and put it up as a video, obviously. But if you want one-on-one phone consultations on moving your tarot to the next level, or you have problems with tarot, or you have a sticking point with tarot, email me down below at that email address, and let's hook up this weekend. I want to film a few of those. So my new fancy toy over here that I'm doing the sounds on, I can accept phone calls now. So I want to get people on the phone, do one-on-one tarot instruction, and just work through like one or two of the sticking points or something like that. So email me, and let's get that done. All right, CM wants a general reading. Oops, CM, General. You are next indeed, CM. In fact, you're right now. There you go. All right. It'll be in Central Time Zone. So, yeah. Definitely email me and let me know what your sticking point is. And I hope you work through it. And it'll make a video so other people can learn as well. So, be kind of fun. Kind of fun. I want to see how this goes. Hopefully, it's not a train wreck. Tarot. One of my favorite ones. I didn't put this on the gift guide because there's much better things to do. Renee, what is going on? I'm doing great, Renee. How are you doing? All right. Andrea, welcome. What is going on? So, General, see how it is happening. See how it is happening with the manga. Seven of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. As is sort of interesting there. I mean, it's about keeping going. Keep going. Don't give up quite yet. You're sort of saying where we're at with the Eight of Pentacles. It also points to steady work. I know, CM, you were on furlough or something like that. Are you having some issues with the job or whatever is happening? Eight of Pentacles says, I think that you could be moving back into a steady workplace or a steady job, or things that are going to be pretty stable. Eight of Pentacles does talk about steady, reliable work, things that you can go forth and do as well. King of Pentacles says you have more control over money coming as well. So the King of Pentacles into the Eight of Pentacles, it talks about that's a retired banker. You remember from all the videos. And the King of Pentacles into there says we have more command of money, more command over work, more command over getting that finances in. Eight of Pentacles has a lot of good news associated with it. Now, the Four of Swords says don't dig in too early. Don't dig in too early. As you have these either enhanced hours or you have these bigger opportunities or more money coming in, don't dig in too early. Four of Swords, make sure to take breaks, because that steady work next to a Four of Swords says I'm working hard, but don't forget to take breaks. Don't forget to take a little vacation or a little break. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Seven of Wands overall says be defensive. Don't let anybody run over you. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Be your own person. Seven of Swords or Seven of Wands talks about the defensive aspect, but in a good way. In a good way. You can't be controlled. You can't be run over. You can assert yourself and be the person that you want to be. That's what the Seven of Swords talks about many, many times. Many times, especially in a general reading. It gets it done. All right. What is next? We have Sweetie is next. Sweetie, will he enjoy sleeping with me? Is this like a reuniting thing? Or Sweetie, what is going on? Sweetie, you still in chat? I know it's been like I know it's been like a year. I know it's been like a year since you asked your question. It is pretty busy. It's always busy on here, Sweetie, by the way. It is always busy up in here. We have fun. We're checking it out. We're having a good time. What I want. Let's go with the This Might Hurt Tarot. I think it's going to fit. I think it's going to fit quite well. Andrea, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate you. Let's see, the This Might Hurt Tarot is over here. Let's see about it. So, never been with him. All right. So, do we have anything funny? Do we have any funny sound effects for this at all? No? Kind of an unusual? There you go.
Music to make love to.
There you go. See, that's what you need. That is what you need right there. Need a little bit of that. And then you just start, don't come knocking when the truck is rocking. Was that from the Seinfeld, right? All right. Turn that out. There we go. Will he enjoy sleeping with me, knowing me? Knight of Pentacles and the Hermit. It just doesn't feel like that too much. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel like that too much. I might not even ever meet him, so sad. Well, I mean, I don't know. The Naughty deck. I don't know. It sounds like This Might Hurt Tarot is going to fit this a little bit better, CM. I'm just saying. The Hermit says maybe not. Sleeping, not sleeping, humping all night, whatever we're going to do. The Hermit says at the end of all of that, there's that awkwardness thing going on, It's like, whoa, look at the time. I think that I got to go and dry my hair or something, Go dry my hair or anything to get away from here. Hermit says we still disconnected even after the deed. We're disconnected even after the deed. The King of Swords says they do want a lot of command here. They're interested in getting command, taking command, being in charge. And that may be a problem. Wheel of Fortune, this is something that's unusual for this person. Not like they do this every day. Wheel of Fortune is not a regular thing, and it just feels awkward, feels weird, especially accentuated by the Hermit at the end. It just doesn't feel right at all. The Wheel of Fortune reverse says, yeah, it's a little bit. It is a little bit awkward. Not the same thing that we do every day. Knight of Pentacles says, though, that anticipation, get everything organized and trying to make it romantic and all of that, So there you go. So, it's just a tarot reading, but it feels awkward. It looks kind of awkward, and I don't know. It looks kind of awkward. It feels kind of awkward, and
you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just a tarot reader, but I'm just saying. All right. Ark wants to know, is he attracted to me? Let's see about that. Is he attracted to me or not? Is this something that could be happening? Do they love me? Do they need me? Do they want my body? What would be a good one for they want my body? We'll go with the Druidcraft Tarot. Druidcraft has quite a bit of bodily images, I gotta say. Ms. Tweets, thank you so much. I appreciate that. There you go. By the way, if you want a one-on-one tarot instruction, if you have some stumbling blocks and you want to clear them up, email me in the description. There's my email. and let's get together this weekend. Get some time together because I think that that would be a fun segment. I think that it'd be a fun segment to do on the channel. All right. Is he attracted to me or not? I mean, I think so. I think so. We have a nice, beautiful 9 at the end. A beautiful 9 at the end. I think that they are indeed attracted to you. They're not really sure what to make of you, though. Arc, they don't know what to make of you. You have a wide variety of emotions, of opinions, of sort of this. You have this nice approachability to you, but once you sort of in there, you're kind of unpredictable, Arc. You're a bit unpredictable. A lot of times we just don't know what to make of you. You know what I mean? You do have some variance in opinions. You have some variance in behaviors. A lot of times we just don't know what to make of you. And because of that, there's a little bit of hesitation as far as sort of moving forward sometimes. I don't think there's that much hesitation, but there's a bit of it. And there is some doubts as far as where could this go? Where would this end up? Again, the unpredictable nature, as well as the person is talking about, are they physically attracted to you? Again, I think so. So if you're looking at just, yes or no question, are they physically attracted to me? Absolutely, the 9 sort of seals the deal for that. But there is some other stuff. There is this lack of forward motion. There is also this lack of predictability. And it's not like it's going to stop them from being physically attracted to you, but they are. But the lack of predictability sort of makes them think twice sometimes. So there you go. There you go. But are they attracted to you? Absolutely. That 9 is just so nice. It's so beautiful. You can't really go wrong with the 9. The 9 makes everything go great. Speaking of going great, it is Friday. It is Friday. We are ready. We are ready for the weekend. I need a whole lot of weekend. All right. Am I still scheduled to receive an email or a call from a grant writer? Let's see about that. DYB. See about the old grant writer situation. Man, you've had some DYB. You've had some on-off. You've had some on-off challenges with this person, it seems like. You know what I mean? You have had it. You have had it. The person is just seems to be all over the place with you, DYB. They do. I think that they're making promises they don't keep or they can't keep. I think there is some stuff going on and all of that. All right. I found you by looking up instructional tarot how to read. Sweetie, that is excellent. Thank you for joining me on the channel, Sweetie. Sweetie has not seen the money trick. Sweetie, have you seen the money trick? I don't know. Have you watched any previous live streams? If you haven't seen the money trick. Let's try it. Let's go for it. Sweetie, here we go. Sweetie, the money trick, if I don't screw it up, is all about the money. It's all about show me the money. So a lot of times you're going, Sweetie, you're going to the store, you're going to get some tarots, right? Sweetie, all you got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All you got is $5, Sweetie. That's not a lot. You can't buy a lot of tarot with this. You want to, but you just can't. You want to, but you just can't. So the solution is to just snap your fingers like that. Sweetie, after you snap your fingers, it becomes 20, 40, 60, 80, $100, Sweetie. Now you have enough to pick up whatever tarot deck you need. Whatever tarot deck you need, now you have enough. And that is the money trick, by the way. The money trick. We have an icon for the money trick. I think it's called cash. I don't really know what the icon is. Anyway, if you're a partner, you got the emoji. There you go. That money daddy. Oh my. The money daddy. Oh my.
Oh, baby.
Okay. Am I still scheduled to receive a call? All right. I'm going to say yes, just because the 6 of Wands. Six of Wands again. DYB, you get a lot of these. You get a lot of these Six of Wands. Six of Wands in this particular reading. I think that's the second time we have seen that. That is the Lord of Victory, and I do think that you're still scheduled to get that call. The Two of Pentacles, you may miss the call. It's almost like you miss the call or something happens. Two of Pentacles is all about choices. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Like we didn't make the right choice. We got into a weird choice. Basically, choices kind of gone awry. You know what I mean? Choices kind of go awry. Eight of Cups, I do think you get the call. So yes, basically, yes or no question. Yes or no question. I think you do get the call. That six, it just frames the rest of the reading. It kind of just, strokes you on the back and says, everything's going to be okay. I think we're going to do good. Everything is going to be all right. Felicia's trying to sell a house. Wow, Felicia, this is the market. This is a seller's market right now. I'm telling you now, though. Selling the house because, man, they are going like candy. Prashi, I appreciate your question, but posting it every 8 seconds is kind of annoying. All right. Let's see about this. How is this going to go? We can do everyone's favorite, the Bonefire Tarot. The accuracy of this Bonefire is just knocking it out of the park. Screw the Bonefire. We need some accuracy here. We need to be dead on. I don't want to even be partially off. I want to give you like a day. I want to give you like a day and a time if I can. And if I want to give you a day and a time, I'm telling you, the Thoth is going to get it done. I shuffled the Jesus out of these cards. Look at this. I shuffled the Jesus out of these cards. Thoth gets it done. Philippe likes calling some people daddy. Well, it's all right. Whatever's in there for you. Philippe, whatever you enjoy, I enjoy too. There's some limits there, but all right. Let's see where we can go with this. Oh my. This is a pretty weird reading, but sure, let's go ahead with that. Basically, it says you're going to sell the house. You already know that. You're eventually going to have to sell the house. All right. Felicia, before we start, entertainment purposes only. Never make housing or money decisions based upon a fat man on YouTube reading tarot cards. Okay? All right. We got that covered? All right. Felicia, you're going to sell the house, but you got to drop the price. Felicia, you got to drop the price. The price as is apparently is not working well. It's not working as well as you had hoped. Again, entertainment purposes only. You will sell the house. You will eventually just sell it. But tweaking the price moves that sell date much farther forward. It seems that you're reaching the end of a marketable season. Like we talked about before, we have this thing where we have a marketable season for selling a house. That would be warm weather as the summer approaches. We're sort of moving into this cooler weather now. Most people want to stay indoors. You got the Corona scare. Now, are we going to have Corona part 15 or whatever? Do we have a vaccine coming? What the hell's going on? Should I leave the house? Should I be in the small house with a little real estate agent? The whole thing's a pain in the butt. And that sort of says you have a limited time window available when you can sell this house. Obviously, dropping the price will move that window up. Better do it now than dropping the price even deeper later in the season when nobody is going to be looking at it, and then you will sell it. There's something else happening as well, though. You do have something else happening. it's almost like that you're in a market with other houses that I can buy that are a better deal. And that's sort of the problem with the price. There are other things. This is the fight card, the combat card. Felicia, it's when you're fighting and you're combating things. All right. Strife. It feels like that you're competing and combating with other houses near you. And the other houses near you look like a better deal, to be honest. Joy, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So we're competing. What can you do to compete with the other houses? Go house shopping. Take a look at it and figure out what you're competing against. Go on the internet, look around, Zillow, find out what you're competing against and how can you defeat it. Because defeating it is basically what you have to do at this point. So if you're looking to when to sell it, obviously that Sunflower Sarah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. Obviously, okay, what am I seeing here? What am I seeing here? Let's draw some other cards. Felicia, I want to give you the most accurate damn reading you've ever had in your life because I haven't seen you before, and you're going to come back, and I want you to just be coming back and just be like freaking out that it was so accurate. What are you doing? It's going to sell it's going to sell when it gets warmer again. You can combat this with the price, but right now, at this very moment, this is a warm card. This is a warm card. It's going to sell when it is warm. This talks about seasons passing, seasons moving. Basically, you're on course to sell it when it gets warm right now. Again, you can tweak that out. You can assist that with the price drop. But basically, so the advice is to find your competition and defeat them. Yes, April, May. The minute it gets warm almost, you have people flooding in. But basically, yeah. So, it's up to you. You can sort of, but the problem with that is if you have it on the market for that long, some people are just going to jerk you off all winter long. Come in, look, they're not serious. Now you have to leave the house, come back, leave the house, come back. If you're staging and you paid for staging furniture, now that's going to be a pain in the ass. Basically, I would sell it now. Again, entertainment purposes only. I'm not a real estate agent. I'm just telling you what the cards say. So there you go. Never make housing decisions based upon basically me, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right. Will my home business do well? Andrea, that is nice. That is nice. You got a little home business going. Andrea, let's get you some beef. Get you some beefy reading up in this house with a bonfire. I just rejected the bonfire. I'm sorry, bonfire. I just rejected you. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But there you go. Yeah, the star points to time passing and it gets warmer. It's up to you. It's up to you. If you can defeat your competition, that is the goal right now. All right. I want to expand it a little bit. Do I have any business sounds? No. No, I don't have any business sounds. Sorry about that. No business sounds. Okay. 10 of Cups. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands says get busy. Yeah. Get busy. You do need to take some action. Ace of Wands is the definitive, I need to take some freaking action on this. You know what I mean? So take some action. Some action is required. 10 of Cups says you're doing pretty good now. Taking action will enhance it and make it prosper, make it grow. I think you're looking at a slow growth, though. I think that you're hitting a limit with customer base, expansion, advertisement. It seems that focusing on the day-to-day business, but adding something extra. In other words, social media presence, advertising. Who can I be talking to make this happen? How can I expand this a little bit, right? Jay, thank you for your donation as well. So like me, right? It started out, I did streaming on my phone, and then I put this program in, and then I made a little footer, and then I made this thing that shows my social media. So I slowly, progressively over time made differences. So it sort of feels that same way with your business as well, right? The Chariot says, don't lurch too far forward. Don't reach for the sky. That's not necessarily the thing that you want to do because it's too drastic. You want to just gradually add something. Just gradually add a little bit, and that little small bit that you're adding. But basically, yeah, Ace of Wands, make some changes. But yes, it will do well. You have the 10 of Cups. That is an emotionally satisfying business. That is being happy with it and getting that stuff in. Obviously, if you're making money with it, making more money helps. So slowly expand it out, and I think that is going to be good for you. It's going to be good for you. All right. Good luck with the business. I appreciate that. Joy. Sunflower Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. We are ending soon, by the way. We do need to eventually get out of here. Right. So, joy to the world. Let's see. Would take initiative. Does he like me and will he take initiative? All right. Does he like me? I think I got a sound for this one. Let's see. Call me again. Feelings, general read. There you go.
What are their feelings towards me? They're kind of cute.
All right. Let's see. Go for this with the, what am I looking at? I don't want to use this one. I really in the mood for the Light Seers. I haven't used the Light Seers all night. I kind of miss it. So there you go. Prashi, no problem at all. Put you in the timeout there. Put you in the little timeout thing. And now the sound effects. Indeed. I like that. I like that I only paid $5 for like 20 sound effects. You know what I mean? $5 for 20. I think that's a pretty good deal, gotta say. Gotta say, I love Fiverr. I love Fiverr. We get the guy sounds like a movie announcer or something. Anyway, you know, do they like me? They're kind of cute. 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands, the Devil. This looks terrible. Joy, this looks terrible. This looks very, very stinky. 10 of Wands. Not really. No. Not really, no. The 10 of Wands says, will you succeed? There's too much hanging in the balance. There's too much weight. There's too much There's too much stuff that's just piled up for it to work. Nine of Wands, there's a definitive separation between you and this particular person. It just doesn't look good overall. The Devil, even if it did start to work out, it does have a creepy sort of influence involved with it that I don't think would work overall. The 10 of Pentacles, this is not your happy ending. This is not your happy ending. You know, and I'm sorry. Joy, it doesn't look good. This is a very negative reading. A lot of negative cards. I didn't see a single good card in there. Well, I saw one good card in there, and it was upside down. So there you go. All right. 2 o'clock in the morning, you're still there. Sunflower, will my project suck? Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Will my project suck? Is this going to be something that happens really there? DYB, I did do your reading. DYB, you missed it. I did your reading. Did your reading in a lot of detail, actually. All right. Sunflower Tarot, is it going to be successful? We're going to go with the Dark Mansion for this one. I think the Dark Mansion has our number. I think it has our number. Here you go. Let's see it. Got a good project. We got a good idea. Is it going to flourish into something great? Boo Boo has some great ideas, though. I'm just saying, Boo Boo, if you have some ideas, I think it's going to work out. I think that you make it as like Boo Boo. What's the saying? Boo Boo could sell ice to no refrigerators to Eskimos. It's kind of a bad saying, but I think it's still kind of valid. I think Boo Boo has some great ideas and some fantastic things going on over there. Anyway, speaking of Dark Mansion, they have another deck coming out. Oh, speaking of which, I got to tell you all, hang on. We're taking a break. I want you to all go look at this new deck that's out there that's for sale. I'm excited about this Oracle deck. Look in chat for the Oracle deck. I'm excited about it because they have 71 cards. They have 71 cards in this Oracle deck. It has a hard box, 71 cards, and you can get it for $40. That's like something I would do. I mean, that's literally like something I would do. And the cards are beautiful. Go look at that. Go look at the Kickstarter. If there's one Kickstarter you need to back, that person, their deck, because it's a ton of cards, borderless. They're beautiful, and it comes in a hard box for a very reasonable price. I'm just telling you. I saw that. It is an Oracle deck, though. I saw that, and I got it pretty excited, I got to say. All right. Speaking of excited, Boo Boo has a project. Ace of Cups, the Moon, the Empress, the Hierophant. You got 3 majors already. Let's get real here. You got majors. All right. You know it's going to be good when you just got majors. The Hierophant talks about getting serious with it. If you can get serious with it, if you can devote that time, that energy with it. Obviously, I don't think that you can I don't think you're at the level where you can just sort of wave a magic wand and make it work. But if you're willing to put in the effort, the Hierophant says willing to get serious with it, I think it's going to work out. 8 of Cups says you're pretty passionate about this already because it's a good idea. This means it's a good idea, straight up. Victoria, thank you for hanging out with us. I appreciate that. Sweetie wants to know what this deck is called. It is the Dark Mansion Tarot. Sweetie, the same people that made the Dark Mansion made another beautiful deck, and they're shipping it out this month. So go get your pre-order in. If you got it's not cheap. I'm telling you now, it's not cheap at all. But there you go. So Ace of Cups says you're already excited about it, and that's half the battle. Mina wants to know what is the deck with the 71 cards. Mina, I'll link it in chat for you. Click the link. Mina, I mean that if there's one no-brainer, Kickstarter, that's it. And the Ace of Cups says you have that passion already. I think it's going to work out. The Moon says use your intuition for this. Use your intuition. Kick logic to the side, right? Use your intuition. I think that's going to help you out with this particular thing. And the Empress, overall, you're very comfortable doing it. It's like being at home. It's like that beautiful being at home and all of that stuff. All right. We got 2 past lives for Jay and Boo Boo past lives. All right. And then we're ending it. Jay and Boo Boo past lives. Let's see about that. You know, I think my default deck for past lives is the Mystical Dream. Mystical Dream, it does it. Mystical Dream gets it done. Mystical Dream gets it done. This is fantastic if you're looking for dream interpretations, if you're looking for something really, really out there as far as graphics and symbolism goes, this gets it done. All right, the first one we're going to do is Jay, all about the past life. Jay, what was a Jay in the past life? What is that going to be? I do not have sound effects for a past life. I don't. But I do have one for cheating spouses, though. You know, if you have a cheating spouse, I have the sound effect.
Are they cheating on me? Those panties ain't mine.
All right. The J, the lady. Jake, starts it off, warms it up with the lady. I think that you, in a past life, were married to somebody notable. You're married to somebody notable. Well, you weren't happy with them at all. You weren't happy with them at all. You got the Four of Cups reversed. You just weren't happy with them. But I think it was sort of a arranged marriage. It was something that was more for a formality than love. I think that you thought you were going to end up loving them, but you didn't. I don't think you were just content and happy at all. Not like they made you miserable or anything, but you just sort of adjusted and accommodated whatever they needed to get, just to move forward and to get stuff like that. Overall, I think one of the big factors that you had, you were just amazing with music. I think that you had some great musical talent. I think that people knew you for your musical talent. And I think that you ended up having a big family, even though you weren't exactly the best and happy in that. But I do think you had a big family, and you did. You were known for playing music and being all of that as well. I think you had a lot of interesting ideas too. You ended up writing. I think that sort of survives to today about, I want to write a book. I want to write something. I think that you just want to get it out of your system. I think that you have a bunch of books, stories that you sort of still have in your system that you still want to get out. You just have a lot of inspiration as far as that goes as well. Now, the Four of Swords into the Dreamer. I think a lot of times in past lives, you've just had aspirations for a lot of stuff that you just haven't had time for in reality. You're just trying to get stuff done that you just haven't had the freaking time for. I think time is your enemy. Time has always been your enemy. And that's sort of, where you're at. That's sort of where you're at a lot of times. No pun intended, is just getting it there. Just getting the time to do what you need to do, getting the time, carving out the time. Because even when you do carve out the time, a lot of instances, it ends up just sort of flopping and you can't get where you need to be. So there you go. All right. There is your past life reading. Then we'll do Boo Boo's past life reading. By the way, I'm doing one-on-one tarot instruction. Email me in the down there. I have a link. Email me. This soundboard that I have will allow me to hook my phone into here. So if you can call the U.S., email me. We'll have one-on-one roadblock. Tell me what your roadblocks are, and I'll help you through them. So, and we're going to turn that into a regular show on the stream. A regular show on the stream, helping you through your roadblocks. And I think it'll be fun, and it may help other people, right? So I help you through your roadblock, and other people may have the same one, or other people may learn from it. I think it's a cool instructional thing. Anyway, but now that I can do phone calls through the soundboard, I want to take phone calls. All right. Sophia, interesting. Seven of Swords, Spirit of Swords, and the Divine Tower. Doing a boo-boo. Boo-boo past life. You just don't stop. Boo-boo doesn't stop. You know what I mean? What is INTP? Go to intpcentral.com. Basically, INTPs, what is it? Introvert, Intuitive, Thinking, Perceiving. That's what it stands for. It's a Myers-Briggs enhanced by, I think it was David Keirsey, who wrote a book on all of the different Myers-Briggs stuff. It's called Please Understand Me Too. And it's a fantastic book. It explains all of that stuff. But if you're interested in Myers-Briggs, check out Keirsey's Please Understand Me Too, and get that from Amazon. That is the best book you will ever read for understanding other people. So yeah, INTPs have great, fantastic ideas, but they never do anything. But man, they will overanalyze shit to no end. They will overanalyze it to no end whatsoever. And they'll do a fantastic job. But then when you need something done, that's it. All right. Sophia, into Seven of Swords. You're too much. You're too much. I think that you try to get it all done. I think that you are just walking inspiration in past lives and today. You have these amazing ideas. You have all of this stuff that you want to do. And I think that you just grasp onto too much of it and try to get too much done. But your ideas, in other words, I think that you would greatly benefit from, probably not possible. Let's say you won the lottery tomorrow, basically. I think that you would greatly benefit from hiring people to pick up your ideas and run with them, because your ideas you have some golden ones. If somebody could pick it up and run with it, and then you could guide them into where they needed to be, you would be like a billionaire probably. But you have a lot of fantastic things. Sophia into the Seven of Swords. You just have all of these things. You try to do it all, and then you burn out on some of them. So a lot of times you'll just burn out on some stuff that you had great ideas, but you just didn't have time for it. You just didn't have the energy to get through to the end of it. But if you did, it would have been fantastic. So you sort of have a life, a pattern from that. The Spirit of Swords says you are an amazing communicator. You have been, you will always be an amazing communicator. I think that you actually were a negotiator at some point. You're able to just negotiate treaties. You're able to negotiate problems down. You're able to mediate things, and that was your main deal. But you're amazing at getting people to communicate and getting people together and letting people know what this, what the dealio is. In other words, you can cut to the meat of the matter in a minute, where other people would take hours to do that, and people will understand you, and people can understand where to go from that. The Divine Tower, ultimately, you want a better tomorrow. You've always wanted a better tomorrow. You're making a better tomorrow, and that's what you do. You always want a better tomorrow. You don't want tomorrow to be worse than today, or you don't want to stagnate. You need to do that. You need to do that, and that's always been your habit as well. Getting a better tomorrow, making a better tomorrow, because you know you can do it, and you feel like I should do it. And so you grasp it, you tackle it, and you get it done. So there you go. That is the end of the stream. Thanks everybody for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.